Mercedes and Red Bull are engaged in a close battle for both championships this season, and it has already led to quite a few fiery moments between the two teams. Team principals Toto Wolff and Christian Horner have often engaged in verbal disses, and Horner has now explained to Channel 4 why it is fun when Toto gets wound up. I'm your host Tyler, and first up on Formula World, Christian Horner loves Toto Wolff getting wound up. Horner began by suggesting that Mercedes and Toto Wolff are in an unprecedented situation. Of course, it's the first time Mercedes and Toto have been in a situation where Lewis has been challenged. He's been in a situation where he came into the team, the driver's already signed, the engine was already in place. He's done a great job to keep that team winning, but there's been no real competition. He then explained how Mercedes can be beaten. Mercedes are beatable, and it's only if we're at our very best. We can succeed, we've proved we can do it. We've proved to ourselves that we can do it. We got ourselves into that position. He then explained how both team principals have a different approach while pointing out his own. This is the first time it's a true scrap, it's a true competition. There is a respect, I think, between the teams, but I think we operate in very different ways. I want to be very much on the front line. I sit on the pit wall with the strategists and the engineers. He then contrasted that with Toto's approach. Toto will sit in the garage next to the press guy, so they're different functions, they're different roles, they're different outlooks, but of course the competition is fierce. He signed off by suggesting what he thinks will be the key in the championship battle. I think that's the key thing about this championship. We're loving the competition, and the more Toto gets wound up, the more fun it becomes. Fast feed. Red Bull's Sergio Perez thinks that they should just look at what went wrong with the pit stop in Russia. The guys make really fast pit stops. We have to investigate what is going on and hopefully we can fix it in the future. It's very disappointing, of course. I think we were very unlucky. It really could have gone either way. Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton has revealed that he gets that thought about retiring often. It's like a wave. There have been many occasions in the last 4 or 5 years when I didn't know if I wanted to try anymore, to sacrifice myself training at the expense of my private life. There are other things I like to do, so many things I'd like to try, he added. But on the other hand, I tell myself I'm so lucky to be doing this job. In a long time, the career in the car will be just a small part. There is time enough to retire, it's a matter of finding the balance. Retired F1 world champion Damon Hill can't get around the fact that the guy who came second started the race behind Valtteri Bottas and his teammate won the race. He just seemed to wave him through, Damon added. Maybe he just didn't want any trouble. It doesn't look like he was racing. It was almost a present to Max. Toto Wolff understands why it was so difficult for McLaren to take this decision to stay out or come in during the Russian GP. As a leader, you can only lose. We benefited from that, and it's spectacular for the fans, I guess, he added. Former F1 driver Juan Pablo Montoya has suggested that it takes a bit of time to make sure you do the right calls, referring to McLaren's decision to stay out in Sochi. I don't think it's anybody to blame for what happened there. As a team, they did an amazing job. It just didn't go their way, he added. Lando Norris deserved to win the race, but I'm sure there'd be some circuits between now and the end of the year that they're going to fare well at as well, he concluded. Are you enjoying the mind games between Toto Wolff and Christian Horner? Head over to our community page to vote in the poll, and let us know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out our others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.